Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, part 2 of the 2-soup wild rice special. We're going to be making a chicken and zucchini soup. Now this soup I wanted to make, number 1, because soup season is almost over, and number 2, because I wanted to show how easy it is to swap out a few ingredients and make a completely different soup out of very similar flavors. This is a low FODMAP alternative to last week's soup, which if you haven't seen it already, I encourage you to check it out. But even if you're not interested, let's get started with today's ingredients. Now there are a few important things that you need to prepare before we get to those ingredients.
First, take 3 zucchini, chop the tops off, slice them in half and then a half again, and then chop those into fine pieces. Next, you'll cook a cup of wild rice in a cup and a half of water. Last, take about a pound to a pound and a half of chicken. Fillet it if it's a chicken breast, and place it in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Then chop finely.
Now that these important things are taken care of, let's get started by going over the ingredients you'll need for today's recipe. You will need 6 cups of chicken broth, 3 diced zucchini, a pound to a pound and a half of baked and diced chicken, a cup of cooked wild rice, a half teaspoon of ground mustard, and a third a teaspoon of rosemary. You'll also need a couple measuring cups, a large pot to cook in, a large spoon, and a pair of measuring spoons. Let's get started by taking our zucchini and our spices, as well as our large pot and our spoon, over to the stove. On your way to the stove, you can also grab one of your measuring cups and fill it up with a bit of water. To start things off, we'll take all our zucchini and dump it in the pot. Add a little bit of water to cook it in. And turn the stove on to a mid to low heat. Go ahead and stir and cook that zucchini until it's nice and soft. As your zucchini is cooking, you can also grab your chicken and throw that into the pot. As the chicken and zucchini cook, keep an eye on both of them so that the zucchini gets to a point where it's soft and the chicken gets to a point where it's hot. Once the two of those are there, you can start and add in those spices. If before then the water starts to run out, just keep a little bit of extra water on hand and add as appropriate. Not too much, but just enough to let it cook. Now that everything's well cooked, we can add in our half teaspoon of mustard, and our 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary. Now that those are all stirred together, let's grab our rice and chicken broth. Let's start by adding our chicken broth. Last but certainly not least, let's add in our cup of wild rice. Once everything's together, go ahead and turn the heat up ever so slightly, just to about a medium heat. From there, you're going to let this soup boil for about 20 to 30 minutes, or until the chicken is hot and everything else is nice. Now that all the ingredients are together, go ahead and turn the stove to a medium heat and let the soup boil for about 25 minutes. And here we have our chicken and zucchini wild rice soup. Thank you for joining me on this 2-part series. I hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun doing it, comparing and contrasting and making 2 similar but different types of wild rice soup. In any case, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Totally. Why, hello there. Where's that? We'll see you next time.